All right, we're back. Eric Healy from Trinity Bikes in Redmond.
Yes.
God, I have been waiting to meet you all of my life. I've been riding bikes like this, or road bikes, for a long time, and my biggest fear is changing a flat. And I need to know how to do it quickly.
Yep, on the side of the road with cars.
Yes.
We have strollers buzzing by.
You know, people
Imagine
stop by,
their
are you okay? Are you okay? I want to be able to change this thing in a hurry. So show us how to do it.
Changing in a hurry.
Is it a big deal?
It's not a big deal. A lot of people are intimidated by it just because they don't know the steps to take. There actually is just a handful of steps that if you know what to do, it just makes it super simple, and also having the right tools.
It's all about
Show me.
confidence, right? Confidence
Exactly.
in having the right tools.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
so today
What's first?
we brought out a mountain bike, and we're kind of cheating here a little bit because we do have it in a stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are on the side of the road, some people lay their bikes over, some people flip them over just to make it easier to get that wheel off. But it's really quite simple. Bikes, the front wheels are held on by a couple different manners. This one has what they call a quick release,
Okay.
which means this little lever gets deactivated here.
Nice.
We unscrew it. Once we get to a certain point, then the wheel will actually drop down and out of the way.
That is a quick
All right,
release.
so that's the easy part.
That's the easy part. No,
All right,
that
show
was
me
the hard part.
complicated
that was the hard part.
The complicated part. It's going to be getting the tire off the rim. Again, that's kind of where it comes back into the tools I mentioned
All right.
earlier. So there's some tools, they're called tire levers, and these are designed to go between the rim and the tire and get that tire off the rim. So we're going to kind of speed things up here a little bit. I have this wheel taken off here. It's already deflated, it's flat, we'll say.
All right.
This particular one, there's a couple different valve types. This is what we call a Presta Valve.
Right.
Presta Valve is basically a valve that's built into the stem. This one you actually deflate it by just pushing that in.
Okay.
There's another one called a Schrader Valve, which kind of looks like a car tire valve.
And what do you start doing with that tool?
So what I'm gonna do, this is deflated, I'm gonna take this, put it between the tire and the rim. I usually like to start at the opposite side of the valve with that on the ground.
Okay.
Put the tire and the rim along a spoke, preferably, and it hooks on just like that.
Huh.
What I like to do is then move over just a few inches, hook another one, move over a few more inches, hook another one. Once you get to a certain point, I can just take my finger or the tool and go all the way around the tire.
Then you take out the flat.
Oh.
And take out the flat. This one's kind of tricky. It does have that little lock collar.
Right.
You want to put that in your pocket. Now the tire is off of the rim.
All right.
The next part is always making a reference. So being that this is lined up with the labels, we're gonna pull that tube out. And in theory, we'll set this aside, pump it up and see where the hole is coming from.
Okay.
But we've done that
Yeah.
with the magic of television.
The magic of
We
television.
now have a new,
We now have a new
halfway
tube,
pumped up.
halfway
tube.
pumped up. Before we put that in there, we want to feel on the inside of the tire and see
Could
if
be
there's
some
anything
glass or
puncturing. Exactly.
bad stuff.
Yeah.
Get all that out.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to all this work and put in another
No.
tube and go flat.
No. It's happened before in my life.
Now what you're going to do with the tube inflated, we're going to go ahead and feed that back into the tire.
You're making it look easy.
I know.
It's really
Have you
easy.
ever made it look this good, John? When you're on
Never.
the side of the road?
Never.
Didn't think so.
And I've changed a whole bunch of tires in my life.
Yeah.
And so far, it's taken about 15 times longer than Eric has taken.
And 5 people stopping by to see if you're okay.
Exactly.
Right.
One thing you'll want to do when you put that tube back in, again, we'll line it up with the label.
Okay.
This gives you a good reference point. Now what we're going to do is take the valve and put it back in the rim.
Got it?
Oh,
We're gonna
that's
do-
lining up. I see.
Is take the tire and kind of feed it back onto the rim here.
Probably with your same tools, we're going to be able to figure this thing out.
Exactly. So this part you should be able to do with hands. When you flip it back over, now the tube is essentially in the rim.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is reseat that tire.
Okay.
So we're going to start this time at the valve. We're going to use our fingers,
All right.
No tool
kind of
needed.
get it rolling.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now,
It
once you
gets
get
a little tricky here.
exactly. Once you get to this point here, we're going to take the tool and we're going to put it in the reverse direction.
Oh God,
And
this
pry
looks
it back
so
on.
Oh.
good. Do you know how much this is worth in terms of these lessons? This is great.
Oh my gosh.
There it's on.
And
You get to reinflate it, put it back in your bike.
do
and
it,
you're
my
set.
friend.
John wants to ride away after
wants
this,
to ride
so
away.
we got to get it really on there. Back to the, what's it called if it's the
This is
opposite
a quick
of a quick
release.
release?
Yep, it's still a quick release.
A slow release.
Still.
A slow release.
You're a kid, Mackenzie.
What we want to do here is a lot of times people, when they put these back on, is they cinch them down really tight. We don't want to do that. You want to make it to where you can actually get it off the bike the next time. So we're going to make it to where there's just a little bit of pressure, and we should be able to push this down fairly simple. Spin your bike.
Done.
You're on your way.
Made it look
And
good.
is there a mistake when somebody kind of wobbles? They put it on wrong?
Not usually. What you can find is that the wheel will be kind of offset. So what I like to do is before I get rolling,
Do that spin thing?
spin it, make sure your brakes aren't dragging. And also a lot of times if you don't have a stand at home, you can just take the bike and kind of set it on the ground before you click that quick release. Gets it centered in the fork.
Excellent.
I just
Eric,
have you hold it up.
thank you so much.
No problem.
I've been waiting
Thank
for about
you.
25 years
So
for
no
this
more
lesson.
flats.
No more, well, if I have a flat,
You know what to do.
I can do it fast.
Exactly.
All right.
You're great.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.